Here's a consumer alert for you. It's bad enough to learn that your own identity's been stolen, but imagine how you would feel if you knew thieves had raided your child's credit report.
Now the threat is real thanks to a huge database breaches at insurance company. And tonight, Simply Money's Amy Wagner shows what you can do right now to protect your kids.
You make your children learn to ride their bikes with training wheels. You make sure they're always wearing their helmets. There's nothing you wouldn't do to protect them. But too few parents really understand the dangers your children are facing when it comes to identity thieves.
It's a very important protection that we do need to have the option to pursue.
John Einberger would do anything to protect his family, which is why when they became victims of the massive Anthem data breach that exposed the social security numbers, birth dates, and personal information of 70 million people, Einberger's first thought was about his daughter, Katie. If somebody used her stolen information, they could wreak havoc on her credit.
Your kids, this is the holy grail. You know, they're interested in your information, but what they live for is your kids' information.
For adults, a credit breach is easily discovered, but with kids, most wouldn't know until years later when they apply for college or a credit card or their first loan.
That's typically the time period where the parent's going to find out, the minor child is going to find out that somebody is running around and maybe has racked up tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt against their name.
The child's credit could be wrecked, and the process to unravel that mess could take months, even years.
Ultimately, are they responsible for it? One would like to think that they're not, but it's a very, very big mess to clean up at that point.
For Einberger, the only way to protect his daughter was to freeze her credit so nobody could access it. The problem, Ohio didn't have a law allowing parents to do that. So John set out to change Ohio's law.
They just didn't see fit to put in that same level of protection for our children that other states had already been progressive enough to move forward with.
So John worked with Ohio Representative Ron Magg, and together they fought for and passed a bill into law allowing parents to adequately protect their children's credit by putting a freeze on it with the credit bureaus. That law goes into effect in March of 2017. Indiana passed a similar law in 2014, and in Kentucky, a similar bill is working its way through the legislature, but for now, kids in Kentucky don't have that protection. And the process isn't difficult. Go to each of the 3 major credit bureaus' websites, enter your child's information, and pay a small fee. Just 15 minutes of your time protects your child for years.
Just every day that goes by is another day that vulnerable information is out there.
John Einberger took the extraordinary steps to make it possible to safeguard his daughter and thousands of other children in Ohio. Your children will be safer, but only if you take the steps to freeze their credit and protect them.
The threat is years and years of somebody using the data on your children.
And you need to make sure to check your child's credit at least by the age of 16, so that if there is an issue, it can be resolved by the time they apply to college. Now, if you do want to freeze their credit, we've got all the links you need on fox19now.com. For Fox 19 Now and Simply Money, I'm Amy Wagner.